So, welcome once again, and let's begin. We are on page 47. We'll start from the beginning of page 47. A small, quick, gentle reminder. Why are we doing this? Because these are, what are these books? These books, the Golden Lotus Sutras, these are books which the text in this is taken from Master Choa's lectures when he was on stage and talking about different things. These his words were recorded and transcribed and then categorized into different books, which are the seven Golden Lotus Sutras. And the value of them is that these are verbatim words of Master Choa. उनके शब्द हैं और इनको अगर हम समझ लेते हैं और अपने जीवन में उतार लेते हैं, my promise to you is it will change your life. Yeah. तो दिस पर्टिकुलर गोल्डन लोटस सूत्रा इज ऑन कैरेक्टर बिल्डिंग और इसको मास्टर चोआ ने बहुत अहमियत दी है. ही इज रियली गिवन इंपॉर्टेंस टू कैरेक्टर डेवलपमेंट. सो दैट्स व्हाई वी स्टार्टेड विद दिस वन, but we will be covering all the seven, if not all the seven, at least six golden lotus sutras we will be. Now this section in the book, uh, which started from page 46, this, we are on the virtue of constancy of aim and effort, or one pointedness of aim and effort. And we had discussed that this virtue is very, very important, not only if you are interested in spiritual progress, of course, very important if you are interested in developing spiritually, but even in day to day life, this is very, very important. So now in this particular subsection, what master is talking about is, when you practice this virtue, you will find problems. So what kind of problems and how to overcome them? That is more or less the theme of this particular subsection. So that's why this is we need to pay attention and go on. So in the previous sutras that we had done, one sutra said, okay, difficulty comes, learn the lesson, move on. Okay, and then master gave this guidance that it is very important to keep calm. जब problem आएगी, we should not panic. That does not help us solve the problem. It is very important to keep calm. All right, let's move on. Mental effort means readjusting your strategy, readjusting your plan. So this is something that personally I learned from Master Choa. There is a difference between strategy and plan. Normally, when Master used these words, he meant that strategy is your high level plan. And what we usually call our plan, which is sometimes more people refer to it as the operational plan, that is your low level plan. For example, you say, okay, I want to spread pranic healing in my area or in some particular area. So high level strategy will mean, for example, you have to choose, okay, who should I approach? Should it be housewives? Should it be working people? Should it be businessmen, business owners? Should it be students? So that is a part of your strategy, your high level plan. कि मेरा target segment कौन सा है? Who are the people I will address? Who are the people I will try to spread pranic healing to first? And say, for example, you choose now working professionals. Then what will be my approach? What will I tell them? How pranic healing will help them? So, for example, you may say, okay, stress. I will talk about how pranic healing will help them become more productive, how to overcome stress. So, this becomes like your strategy, your high level plan. You understand? There are no specifics. अभी specifics इतना सही है कि I will be talking in this particular region to working professionals and I will tell them how to become more productive, how to overcome stress. So that becomes your strategy, high level plan. And then your low level plan or your operational plan will be, how will I do it? Will I do a free healing camp? On what date will I do it? What will be the venue? How will I send the invitations? How will I attract people to the event? And so on and so forth. Are you understanding? High level plan and operational plan. So that is what Master is talking about when he says strategy and plan. Now, why you need to, he's talking about readjusting. Why do you need to readjust? Because unfortunately, that is the reality. Have you heard of Murphy's Law? Murphy's Law, suna aapne? Murphy's Law, in summary, tells us that the unexpected will happen. You make a very nice plan, but things don't go as per plan. And when they don't go as per plan, that is what we call problems or obstacles. So, what Master is guiding us is that you need to be flexible. You need to be able to readjust. Yes, this is not, let's say, a compromise. It is a necessity. It is very real. It is very realistic. And if our plans and strategies are not flexible, our chances of failure will increase. Yeah. Okay, let's move on. The main obstacles are within you. The key is within you. Now, this is super important, super, this is something we need to really, really understand and internalize. इसको आप कर लेंगे तो you will find that the world will change. Your view of the world will change. Actually, world doesn't change, but our approach to the world changes. So what Master is telling us is that when we talk about problems, when we are looking at issues or problems, the the problem is within us and the solution is also within us. The limitation is within us and the key to overcome the solution is also within us. So we are on page 47. So one implication of this is don't blame others. Don't blame the situation. Yes? And now the second part of this is that you have to understand that you are the soul and you have the bodies. Correct? You are the soul, or you are the soul, and you have the bodies. The limitations come from the bodies. The bodies need to evolve. That is why we are living. And because you are the soul, you are a child of God, the solution is always possible. It is never impossible. You can always, you can find the solution within yourself. Are you understanding this? This is something we need to really internalize. I'm promising you, your view of the world, your view of life will change. Just think about it. Okay, let's move on. Do not give up because you have a big problem in front of you. Be calm and take a deep breath. You are not permitted to be exasperated. Exasperated, you understand? It means like frustrated and so on. Or to give up, oh, this is too difficult, I can't. How to solve this? You get frustrated and so on. I'm sure you understand what I'm saying there. So again, a reminder from Master Choa, very, very important to keep calm. We have discussed this in the previous session, so I won't go more into this, but we've talked about why it is important to keep calm. Now, what Master says here is take a deep breath. Why is taking a deep breath, or how is it related to being calm? I think as pranic healers, we already know. We know pranic breathing, we know the effects of pranic breathing, that when your breath and your emotions, they are closely interrelated. When you're emotionally disturbed, your breathing pattern changes. When you are happy, your breathing pattern is different. When you are excited, it is different. When you are stressed, it is different. So as our emotional state changes, our breathing pattern changes. Correct? We all know this. So Master is saying, very simple way of keeping calm, just take a deep breath. And it is also a reminder. Sometimes we think that, I will do my morning sadhana or my daily practice, if maybe, for example, you are on the erratic path and you think, oh, we should do the erratic practice when life is going smoothly. Right now, life, too many problems, difficult to do my morning practice or my daily practice. or to do even, meditation or twin heart. So according to Master Choa, that is not the right attitude. The most important time to do your spiritual practices is when times are difficult, when you are under a lot of stress, when there is a lot of work pressure. Then very important to take out your 15 minutes or 30 minutes and do your daily practice. Very, very important. Yeah. Another, I think, teaching which we have talked about in past sessions, and we can, I think, Master is talking about here in this sutra, that when the problem is big, just stay calm and say, okay, what is the first step? Do the first step, then do the second step, then do focus on the third step, then focus on the fourth step. If we think about the whole problem, sometimes it may become overwhelming. Yes, but if you break it down into steps and you say, okay, let me just do the first step. Let's just focus on the first step. बाकी सब छोड़ दो. अभी एक पहला first step क्या करना है? Let's just focus on that. You will find it is not so difficult. And by the way, that is what Master Choa apparently did. If you read his autobiography, he says that if somebody had told me that I have to spread pranic healing in the entire world, I would have been overwhelmed or something like that. He said, I just did one step at a time. And do you know, in his lifetime, and actually a very short time of his life, he was able to spread pranic healing to more than 80 countries before he left his body. So in, maybe around 20 years, he was able to spread pranic healing to over 80 countries. So that is, I think, something we can learn from his life. Shall we go on? Tests are given to develop your spiritual muscles. Just work and work. Maintain your daringness and fulfill your destiny. So tests, what is Master talking about as tests here? These are the problems, the obstacles we will find when we are trying to do anything. Now these tests and the muscles Master is talking about here, he's not talking about our physical muscles. He's talking about our emotional muscles, our mental muscles, and our spiritual muscles. We've talked about all these in previous sessions, so I won't spend too much time on them. I hope you understand what Master means by emotional, mental, and spiritual muscle. As we just continue the work, like I said, step one, then step two, then step three, then step four. Just keep working. That is how these muscles will develop. And daringness, courage. Courage is necessary for persistence. The only quality you need is courage or daringness. Daringness, here it doesn't mean that you do like you jump out of a plane at 30,000 feet or something like that. He's not talking about physical daring. He's again talking about maintaining your courage in difficult times. And when we say destiny, what does it mean? What is the meaning of destiny here? I think we talked about it several times during these sessions, and this is what we started off these sessions with. Your destiny is to manifest your greatness. I think every day, very important, just remind ourselves, I am a child of God. What is my destiny? I have to become like God. Correct? That is what we have to do. We have to become one with the Father. What does it mean to become one with the Father? It means to continuously evolve and to find ways to accelerate our evolution. So why? Because the destiny is to become one with God. Correct? Or like Master has used to say it sometimes, manifest your greatness. So uske liye giving up is not a solution. Yes, there will be difficulties. Those are the tests. Okay? I hope I'm not preaching too much. These are things to internalize. All right, let's move on. Because of hardships, the mind may become razor sharp and a person may develop an iron will that does not take, cannot be done for an answer. So hardships, problems, tests, same thing, more or less. So what Master is telling us is that these hardships are very useful. They help us make our mind very, very, very sharp. Razor, you understand? You know, a blade where you use it to cut things. It has a very sharp edge. So what Master is telling us is, you see, we've discussed this many times. For human beings, the way of solving problems is through the use of the mind. And what Master has told us in earlier sutras, light aspect, power aspect. So your intelligence and your will are necessary for solving problems. And as you engage in solving problems, these will develop. You will become more intelligent, your mind will become sharper, and your will become stronger because you are, instead of running away from problems, you are trying to solve the problem. So in life, as we solve many, many problems, both these aspects, the light aspect, the mind, the intelligence will develop, and the will, the power aspect will develop. You know, there is a saying, if you will it, you can do it. You know, I ask you today, can you fly a plane? Can you fly a plane? If I give you a plane right now, can you fly it? So one way of thinking, no, 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 I can't do it. And the other is to say, yes, I can. Possibly, if I had the training, if I take the training, if I put in the practice, if I put in the hours and I get a pilot license, of course I can. And other people are flying planes. They are also human beings like you and me. If they can do it, I can do it. Correct? And we've talked about this Australian person, Nick Vujicic. Nick Vujicic. I'm sorry, I don't know how to pronounce the name, but it is written as NickVujic. I've been suggesting, please look him up on YouTube. There are videos about him. This is a person who was born with a rare disease. He has no limbs, he has no arms, no legs, and yet he believes he can do everything. And he does everything. He swims, he goes surfing, he does this, he does that. Great, inspiring person. So I think here again, Master is telling us, when he said that the obstacles are within us, the key is within us. Here he is again reminding us that look, these problems are only there to help you develop. All right? Okay, let's move on. Do not give in to tiredness. Maintain your willpower. Maintain your inner strength. So, tiredness, you see, again, can be at many levels: physical tiredness, emotional tiredness. What would it mean to be emotionally tired? You know, to lose persistence. No, this is too difficult. What is mental tiredness? You see, our mind is there to help us solve problems, and you say, no, no, this is too difficult. I can't solve it. Or you stop using your mind. You give up. I give up mentally. I stop using. You see, I think with all of us, including myself, our greatest laziness or lack of stamina is on the mental plane. We are faced with a problem, we try to solve it, we keep using the mind, and then at some point we give up. No, no, this is too difficult. So, Master is talking about that. Do not give in to tiredness, whether physical, whether emotional, whether mental, and even spiritual. What would it mean to be spiritually tired? Somebody, anybody, what would it mean to be emotionally tired? So, according to me, the spiritual tiredness will set in when we lose faith, when we lose, you know, in the in our twin heart meditation, there is a line which says, "You where you bless people with hope and faith." Why do you need to bless people with hope and faith? Because people lose hope, because people lose faith. They give up. They stop believing in, God. So when Master talks about inner strength in this sutra, maintain your inner strength. He is talking about all these levels: physical, emotional, mental, and spiritual. And the emotional, mental, and spiritual in strengths. These are the inner strengths. What do you mean by inner strength? The emotional strength, the mental strength, the spiritual strength. These are more important than your physical. Yeah. So just a quick, going back to one of the sutras, somebody thinks that buying a car for them is too difficult. It's not going to happen in this life. Can I be, you know, be going overseas and, going to other countries and having holidays there? Person thinks, no, no, maybe this lifetime not possible. So what is happening is we are accepting the limitation. So what Master has told us in these sutras today is, no, don't accept these limitations. If you accept the limitation, it is your own choice. But if you decide to overcome them, the strength is within you, the ability is within you. You just need to develop. As you develop it, you will find the key, you will find the solution. All right, I think we can end here. I'm sorry we've gone a little bit ahead of the time.